Hello everybody, Martina here from Martina's Vegan House. Thank you so much for checking in. It is time to do some real cooking, and I was in the kitchen today, spent a few time, experimented with a new recipe. It isn't my recipe. I got this from Simple Veganista, so I'm not quite sure if I say it correctly. It is a gluten-free veggie. I call it veggie no quiche. I used to eat quiche all the time. I used to make it all the time. I loved it. But now I don't do milk anymore, and I don't do eggs anymore. So here is this recipe, and let me explain to you along the way how I made it, and we'll talk about it afterwards again. All right, let's get cooking. All right, so what do I put in my big bowl? I start out with my chickpea flour. This is 3.5 cups of chickpea flour. Then I added my nutritional yeast. That's 1.5 cup. No, that's not true. Just half a cup of nutritional yeast. And then I add my baking powder. That is 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. Salt. That's sea salt. 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Some paprika, dried paprika. Mix it all together, all the dry ingredients. And water. So that's 2 cups of water right there. I will add more later. And then you just mix it all up. I'm gonna take the whisk in a second, and I have to apologize for the shaking of the camera. I didn't realize I was making so many moves there. So now I'm adding 1 more cup of water. That makes it 3 altogether. And here goes the shaking. I used to love quiche so much. I would make it quite often actually. And now no more quiche. I don't eat eggs, and I don't do milk. So, oopsa. This is a garlic. It's about 2 large garlic cloves. You can really mix up the veggies any way you want. I just used what I had in the freezer and in the fridge. A little bit more water. There you go. So now you have 4 cups of water in there. One bell pepper cut up into small pieces. Frozen corn. Thaw it out a bit. If it's not quite thawed out, just wait a little bit longer. And my onions, cut up onion. You could use, that's a chopped up kale, fresh kale. You could use anything. You can use green peas. You can add green onions into it. Really, whatever you have in the fridge you can use up there. You could add some really small chopped up carrots, green bell peppers. There's some chives there, for the green look of it. I did add some salt to it. I would next time add a little bit more salt and a little bit more spice. Maybe some jalapeno peppers cut up. So here now I fill it in my silicone containers, and as you noticed, if you can see that, I don't have them oiled. I don't use oil. Silicone is so easy and I love it. You can get away with without using oil. So this portion makes 24 little muffin cups. There you go, all done. I did had some leftover chives and I used that for garnish, and I did found in the fridge some leftover fresh parsley, so I used that up too for garnish. This really goes amazingly if you have to go somewhere and you can't heat up food. It tastes fantastic cold. You can heat it up in a microwave if you want. Either way, it's great. Then I will heat up my oven to 375 degrees. Then I put it in there. The first time I put it in there for 30 minutes. So here it comes out. 30 minutes was not quite enough. I had a hard time to get it out. The silicone makes it a little bit easy, but it needs to cook a little bit longer. So the second time I was cooking for 35 minutes. And I use my little toothpick here to try to loosen it up a bit. It was quite a work. Because I don't use any oil. I didn't coat my silicone cups. And if you want to put some oil, spray it a little bit or whatever you use. It will make it a lot easier to get out, but I don't mind it when it's a little bit broken. I don't try to win a beauty contest here. I just want some good tasting food. And so it's a little bit tough here to get it out. If you have it sprayed with oil, you won't have a problem. So I decided to let this second tray sit a little bit longer, and here I have my little taste test. And it was obviously so good, so I had another little taste test. Yeah, it was yummy. So when I had this cooled a little bit more, it came out a little bit easier. You can see how nice that goes. Oh yeah. So the second tray was 35 minutes, and I let it sit for quite a while until it was pretty cool. And I used a little toothpick again to loosen it up, and then I got so tired of it, I had to use the big guns. So There you go, now I had enough. The knife makes it really nice and easy to get out. Yeah, so this goes really great. I had a plate later with some steamed greens, put it on the side as something different. I had some flavored vinegar over the greens for flavor. And that was my little snack. There you go. As a little preview for my next video, I'm gonna show you how to make kale hash. Kale, smoky kale and bean hash. There you go, that's the right name. So, let me know what you think. Thumbs up if you like it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, put them down below and I will answer any questions. And I'm gonna see you soon. There you go, that comes out almost perfect. All right, until I see you next time. Tschüss.